Alright, all you video gamers, welcome to yet another bovine bank bedlam running with scissors edition of the DJ Smokey's true video game stories. And with a title like that, we decided to go with the video game none other than Postal 2. In my opinion, probably one of the craziest games I've played in all my years. And that's saying a lot because we played Condemned and had a video game story for that as well. But besides all that, folks, I think it's time for us to get ready to get our grocery list completed as we try to swim through oceans of madness to do it, as we get ready to paint the picture. Alright, this video game story took place about 2 to 3 years ago when I decided to finally install and play this game that was considered as one of the worst games on the planet. And I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. The first time I heard about this game was on G4, and I saw a whole bunch of elephants stampeding a guy and taking him out and said, one day I'm gonna play that game. And the day I went to play it, I said I was gonna do everything by the book. Normal. You know, just go through town without causing any chaos or mayhem whatsoever. And everything was going just fine. Just minding my business, whistling a happy tune until I went into the bank. Cause I was still trying to learn the controls and trying to figure out where in the world I could get the slip for the bank deposit. And next thing I know, I would cycle through and run into a pair of scissors, and then I would have the scissors out in my hand. The whole bank would go into a panic, and then I started to hold the scissors in my hands and spin it around like if it was a frisbee disc or something, or like I had force powers, and then just pushed it away, watched it bounce off the walls, and next thing I know, it took the teller's arm off. And my immediate thought when that happened, folks, was not only how in the world can a pair of scissors take somebody's arm off all the way up to the shoulder, and secondly, how in the world is that possible? I still don't get it to this day. But needless to say, the security would get called, the bank doors would shut, and every single cop in North America in that game would come after me. Just start shooting me and hit me with everything they had until I ran into one of the rooms trying to get away from them and would pull out this weird cow's head that I didn't know at the time had mad cow disease. I thought it was just a random cow head I could use to throw at him to try to get away. And when I threw the thing, next thing you know, all the cops started coughing, throwing up, running all over the place, and just fell down to the ground. The bank doors opened, and I just ran out of there. And the second I hit the city streets, next thing you know, people who looked like the Men in Black tried to kill me, so I had to take out another weapon to get rid of them in the form of a scythe. And I would take the scythe and throw it, because I learned how to throw the items during all of this chaos, and to watch as the scythe took off both of those FBI agents' legs as they still tried to come after me. And I said, oh, let me run. I know what to do. I'm gonna try to still make this normal. I'm gonna run through this door right here. Nothing bad can happen beyond this door. Little did I know, apparently in this room, people were selling weapons. And the second I walked in there, next thing I know, I hear them screaming, "Arr!" Almost like if they were Pee Wee Herman or something, shooting me as much as they possibly could until I took out another weapon that I had in the form of a taser. And that's when the chaos really started to go a little bit overboard, because I hit him with the taser, and from my days of playing Urban Chaos, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to release this taser until he calms down. Little did I know, while I was holding on to the taser, he started to smoke and then immediately caught fire and started running all over the place around the building screaming, I'm on fire, I'm on fire! For him to run into the guy who was in the other room trying to shoot me, he caught fire. I ran out of that place. Cops all behind me with FBI agents or men in black or whatever the world they were trying to shoot me. And then a marching band showed up. They caught fire, and I just ran into a warehouse to get away from all of this. But the next thing I know, when I ran into this warehouse, would be the end of my whole journey for this game, because I only had 16 health left, and one of those people who were on fire apparently learned how to use a door, opened the door, ran in screaming I'm on fire, ran directly into me, and I would burn to death right there on the ground. And as that death scream was on the screen and a whole bunch of people were still screaming on the street, screaming I'm on fire, I was still perplexed about the whole scissor thing. But then, on top of all of that, I was wondering, how in the world did a man on fire know how to open up a door but still couldn't put himself out? And after trying to wrap my head around all that chaos that happened in under 5 minutes, mind you, I immediately just turned off the game for that day and didn't play that game again for another 2 months when I would eventually decide to beat it. And I guess with that said, folks, wraps it up for another Running with Scissors Bovine Bank Bedlam edition of the DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories. And with that, we'll be back with more right after this. So stay tuned.